Hi, this is Yatra and happy International Women's Day. So, we are usually breaking down marketing strategies with industry expert, but today I wanted to take a little detour and celebrate the most incredible woman in my life, the one who inspires me and supports my career. So, I've invited a few of them today for this lightning round conversation. I'm so excited to share their voices with you, and I hope you like it. So, my first question for you is, what is your ultimate dream you're chasing right now?
Yeah, I love this question. It's funny. I really, as soon as you sent it, I thought a lot about it. And the truth is that my ultimate dream actually has more to do with how I'm chasing things or how I'm doing things than what I'm chasing. And I'll explain what I mean by that, which is for me right now, my ultimate dream is all about mindset. It's all about happiness, choosing happiness, how I talk to myself about other people, about the world around me, about myself. And, that is the ultimate dream because I have, I think I've been teaching and facilitating on the concept of mindset for years. And so I have experienced firsthand
Mhm.
the benefits, like, and frankly, the joys of knowing that you can choose how you talk to yourself about yourself and the world around you. And when you make that choice to have a truly positive mindset, it has positive impacts in your life. And so, having said that, like many things in life, it's easier said than done. And so it takes practice and it takes effort every single day, consistency. And that is my big dream right now is getting to a place where I can always more easily and consistently choose that positive self-talk and that positive mindset. And I don't mean just positive mental attitude for the sake of having a positive attitude, right? I really do mean like the framing of how I talk to myself about everything. And gosh, it's just incredible. I've already seen such amazing gains from it. So that's my dream. It's like I said, it's more about how I'm approaching things than what I'm approaching necessarily.
Such a beautiful question. I think the dream that I'm chasing really stems from my own personal journey and the things that I've learned along the way. And where I really want to go now is to really help other high achieving women remember who they are, and come back to their true authentic self. I think so many of us, of my generation especially, we were taught to build these successful careers by being capable and dependable and proving our self-worth.
Mhm.
And that just really leaves us feeling very disconnected with our true selves. And
Mhm.
so through my podcasts and the work that I do with human design, I really want to help women like get out of their heads and back into their hearts and use that to trust themselves again so that they can better lead their families in their career and in their societies, in a way that feels really aligned and energized with who they are.
Um, I think I want to prove that AI can be a tool for equity, not just efficiency. And that's one of the reasons why we started Humanitarians AI.
Mhm.
I've been through this many, many times. Uh, the introduction of the computer, believe it or not, going from film to video, literally analog to digital.
Mhm.
The introduction of the internet was a new thing too. And every single time people panic that technology would take everything away, would change their lives. And every time what survived was human creativity and vision. And I don't think AI is any different. It's just happening faster. So my dream is that the next generation of builders uses tools to close the gap, not widen them.
Mhm.
And through Humanitarian AI, we're hoping to do that. We're working on a number of different projects, including building like, educational songs for children to learn to read
Right.
or a second language, which is something that you couldn't do before because you can customize it for them. And it just wasn't possible before.
Mhm.
We're also creating a number of tools to help students navigate a really difficult job market
Mhm.
and difficult, a brutal visa process and system. I mean, I don't think I've ever been through such a brutal
Oh God,
I mean,
yeah.
it's so
It's
hard to
crazy.
find
Crazy.
jobs. Even in the 80s, I think in the early 80s, there was this one dip, and but I
Mhm,
don't think it's as bad as it is now.
mhm.
Um, and it's, my parents, the dream of my parents had for the world. I'm just working on with very different toolkits right now.
So my second question is, who is that one woman who inspires you and who has always supported you?
I would have to say my mother, and she spent her career, she was a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
And she spent, and both my parents were in sort of the nonprofit world. So she spent her career raising money for nonprofits, and she focused primarily on women's organizations, on education and the arts. That was kind of her specialty.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't do it at the time because it was trendy, but she believed that people deserved better. Um, and so, one of the things that my parents are no longer around, but I miss them because I really wish they were here because right now, well, we're trying to build humanitarians AI into something real and lasting, and
Right.
fundraising has been really hard. And I think if she were around, she'd know exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can I choose two? And I'm going to say them both really quickly, but I want to say on the
Absolutely.
personal front, I have to choose one of my dearest, dearest friends, Wendy. She is an inspiration to me because she has gone through a lot in the last few years without, going into any detail, but she and her family have just been through a lot. And yet she continues to be just the most authentically genuine, kind-hearted person. And even through everything she's going through, she still always asks about me and how are you doing, are you doing okay? And it's just incredible to me how she always seeks the best in other people. Like that's what she leads from, is that perspective. So I have to talk about her. In terms of my career, I'm going to say our VP of operations, Erica Turkhorn. Erica, of course.
Yeah.
And she's just incredible. She is so supportive of me and the work that we do. And I find her inspirational because she's got this continuous improvement, continuous learning mindset, and just always is asking, what could we be doing better? And I have a lot of respect for that. And she's just she's a joy to work with.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I worked with her not like for a long time, but she was amazing. She used to be
Yeah.
like, Yatra, what do you want? What do you need? I'm always here. So, wow. And Wendy, we love you. Big shout
Me
out to
too.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that question, and I will have to say it's my mom. And I think that's like such a, like a trite,
Yeah.
like cop out
Mhm.
answer, but, and I honestly wouldn't have said this, a few years ago, but now that I'm a mom myself, I can really recognize how much my mom has done for our family with her quiet presence and her dedication and being growing up in an Asian family, there just isn't a lot of affection and words of love and encouragement. And so it
Absolutely.
just always felt like I was never enough for my mom, right? But I recognize now as a mother, all of the things that she did behind the scenes was her supporting me and loving me and caring for me in a way that wasn't verbal and spoken, but it's like the tiny little things, like
Yeah.
cooking my favorite food or, anytime, like without question, anytime I ask her to watch my children,
Hmm.
she'll say yes. And I know she probably has her own issues with boundaries,
Yeah.
but she will never ask me why, and she'll just be like, okay, let me just put it in my calendar, I'll be there. And so in my own journey as a mom, I can appreciate my own mom so much more and recognize the work and the sacrifices that she made for our family.
Wow.
And that really inspires me because like I said, I think it's something I had to come to recognize in my own journey. It wasn't like the first person I would have, historically thought of.
Absolutely. Oh, I miss my mom.
Your mom is the first person you're going to take for granted, right? And so for me
Definitely.
being a mom myself or you moving away from your mom, it just makes you recognize how much love and inspiration and support she's provided for you
Yeah.
without asking for anything in return, right? And so it's easy to take your mom for granted in your younger years, and then just recognizing how important she is in our lives.
Yes, to all the moms, we love you, and you as well. You're a mom now. Okay, so my another question is that one big sister advice you have for other women around you.
I would say stop waiting for permission. I think so many of us, again, as women, are
Mhm,
taught to seek approval from our parents, right?
mhm,
From our partners, from our bosses, from
mhm.
society. But that is not serving us, right?
Right.
It's if we have a desire or an idea in our heart, we need to have the courage to go after it ourselves and listen to our own intuitions, to
Mhm.
trust ourselves and not have to wait on the sidelines. There's so many generations of women before us who literally they did have to ask for permission, right? They literally had to ask their fathers, their husbands,
Husband.
whoever, if
Mhm,
they can work or get a credit card or get a house.
mhm,
We we don't live in that society anymore, and we need to stop acting like we need to ask permission and
mhm.
trust ourselves, our intuitions, and go after those big dreams that we're chasing. And I just really feel like whether you're a mom or not, like women, we can have it all, right? And
Can,
we
absolutely.
deserve to have it all. We deserve to have it all, but we need to stop thinking like we need to ask for permission before we can go after the thing that we want.
Absolutely.
My advice would be, don't fight the wave, learn to surf it,
Mhm,
and become something better than you were before. So there's the opportunities now are amazing, especially with AI to do lots of different things you could never do before.
right.
And so, I've watched people sort of freeze up with the technology changes,
Mhm, mhm.
um, convinced that it's all over, but it never is. The tools change, but not the need for creativity. So, with every disruption that I've seen and I've lived through,
Mhm.
there have been tons because I've been around a long time.
Yeah.
Um, they create more room for real creativity and vision. The only thing is that, not less, the only thing is the bar gets higher
Mhm,
for, uh, how good your ideas are and need to
mhm,
be.
mhm.
And so, trust that what makes you you is exactly what no technology can replace.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. That's a highlight of this conversation, actually.
These are really wonderful questions, by the way, because they made me think. That's a mark of a great question. Lots of potential things to think about, but I had to go with the thing that I think has been most authentic for me, and it's not actually career advice. My advice is take care of your body. You only get one, right? There's no backup plan for the body that you were born with. And
Absolutely.
every opportunity to move that body is a privilege. And there are so many people in the world who don't have that opportunity. And so I think for me, it is a blessing and frankly, a responsibility to take good care of my body. And because doing so makes you more successful in life. When you feel healthy, that emanates from the inside out.
Mhm.
And that's what makes it easier to do all of the other things in your life that will make you successful. So that's it.
Wow, to be honest, I needed this because I've been so much lazy in past. Like I think 2026 till date has been lazy for me when it comes to my body and working out. So thank you that I needed that the most. And I think everyone needs that. Everyone needs to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those things that sometimes we can take for granted,
Yeah,
right? And but it's your best tool. It's the vessel that gets you from point A to point
absolutely.
B, right? And it makes it so much easier also to take care of your mind when you start with your body.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Ali. This was
Oh
great.
my gosh. It was great for me too. I love the opportunity to connect with you, Yatra. I really do. And I hope we can continue to do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy Women's Day, and you have a great rest of the day.
Happy Women's Day to you and all the women out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Angela. You have a great rest of the week and happy Women's Day again. Thank you so much, Nina, for doing this with me. It truly means a
Sure.
lot. Thank you
Thank
so
you. Thank you. And thank you for making me feel comfortable in front of the
Yeah.
camera. I'm usually behind it.
No, you look great. I look absolutely great. No kidding. I was always a camera conscious person, but I just, pushed myself to just go in front of the
How
camera.
did you do it? How did you do it?
I don't even have like a lot of pictures of myself, to be honest. Like I'm really, very camera conscious to even get a self-portrait of me. But then I was like, maybe, just one push is all you need in your life. And I talked to my mother
Yeah.
and she's like, you can do it, you can do it. And then I just started like recording. I was very conscious with my voice, how it sounds when it's, it's I don't know, it's maybe a human
Everybody
thing.
is.
So I
Everybody.
like used to record like normal voice memos and just listen to it and just became
Yeah.
familiar with my own sound.
Yeah.
So it
That's
everything
amazing.
helped.
That's
Everything helped.
amazing.
Yes, yes. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Nina.